Welcome to the Millspouse Coffee House Podcast. Your podcast baristas Leslie and Brittany have a latte on their minds.
My kid gets in the dishwasher, that's the first thing she grabs is the knife. To use all the help. All the help. Am I the only one that's weirded out by that situation?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ask.
You don't have to get dressed. You can do online hungover, y'all.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Here are your hosts, Leslie and Brittany.
Hello, 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 and welcome back to Millspouse Coffee House.
Good morning, everyone.
Happy New Year. It is 2020.
It is. I never thought this day would come. You know, like when we used to watch Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century? Like, we're here.
That was after my, I know who Xenon is, but I didn't watch. Actually, I did watch her movie. Did she have movies?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I watched the first movie.
Yeah.
But yes, we are here in the 20th century, and I'm looking like a hot mess here.
Same. Same.
Hopefully that's not an indication of how 2020 is going to go.
You know, I thought about that this morning, too. I was like, wow, because we're not doing anything today. It's kind of lazy day. But the house is kind of dirty from just having people and festivities, and so I have to clean. But that's like what I thought. Like, is this how my year's gonna be?
I don't think so. We're just starting it comfortably.
Comfortably, I like that.
Yeah, we're just starting it comfortably. So our topic today is we are anti-resolution, because I always have resolutions and then I never stick with them.
Right, you just don't. It's silly. I feel like I had resolution. I think I got on the anti-resolution bandwagon like 2 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a couple years. And I don't know if it was because something failed or if I was just like, this is stupid.
It is kind of stupid. I mean, I guess it's great to set an intention, but if you're not going to keep it, then why do you keep doing it?
I know. That's
setting yourself up for failure.
Exactly. So Lula's here.
Hi,
you guys
Lula.
can't hear her though, because I have a microphone on. Yeah, she got. Let me put this up real fast. She got a little fake iPhone.
Oh, cute.
It's just way better than stealing my real one. So I'm down with that. I don't know where my husband, and he's totally supposed to. There it is. I don't know if y'all heard that. He finally figured out that she made it in here.
Sneaky.
Fail. Sneaky fox. Resolutions. Yeah, so I just stopped doing it. And maybe stupid might not be the great word to use, but I just didn't do it. And then I also started doing things like in December, prior to the new year. So I'm like, why do we have to wait until New Year to do new things?
Oh, I see what you mean. So you kind of started your resolutions in December.
Yeah.
And started it there. Okay.
Yeah. So, and then it's like a cycle of setting those kinds of things and doing them. And not just on the first.
And there's always the same resolutions, or it's like weight loss, or I'm going to drink more water, or I'm gonna, I don't know, I can't even think. There's so many that
there's a lot. Weight loss is out the door. We're not doing that one anymore.
No.
I'm just done. I don't know. I wish. I don't know. If you're watching me, we were talking before you started recording, guys, and I am all swollen from eating way too much junk food because I have so much sodium in my body. Ugh. I don't know. But it happens to you too, Brittany. So
it does happen. It does.
Not enough water, too much salt. It's a little.
Yeah, it does happen. So it's I guess changing eating habits, but then we're talking about I don't know.
Well, and all that kind of stuff is really a lifestyle change.
It really is. So you can't just change I'm going to go on this diet and I'm going to lose 10 pounds or 20 pounds. There's going to be more things. You're going to have to cut down on drinking. You're going to have to exercise more. You're going to have to eat more vegetables. You're going to have to drink more water. You're probably going to have to meditate. Then you're going to, maybe you need to find new friends because all they like to do is party. And then you're like... wait, I have to change my whole life.
Exactly. I know. That whole friend thing is serious.
It really is.
I am on the struggle bus with that because everybody here is actually my family. So it's not like I don't want to hang out with them, but that's all I do. We just party a lot. So I'm trying to walk this line of no, I don't want to stay up until midnight and drinking because I'd like to go to bed early and be productive in the morning.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's that really friends I have discovered, I think that's the root of everything. Like, and not
yeah,
saying that's bad or whatever. It's totally
right.
not. It's just if that's what you're trying to change in your life, you're gonna have to change your friends.
And it is hard. Yeah, I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm just gonna be home by myself.
We may have to change the topic of the title of this from
No
like
friends.
no, yeah. Keeping your resolution means having no friends.
Right. It's not quite that much. I feel like that is you know what? We should make the title because people will be like, that's not true.
That is the extreme, and that is
It is
not
extreme. It's
true.
very extreme. Yeah, that whole like, you are the 5 people that you spend your time spend the most time with is really true. And it's just, and I don't know, I've never noticed it. I've also never been on like reading self-development books nearly as much as I am like the last 6 months or so.
Right.
But haven't been aware of any of this stuff. And now I'm like, dang it, this is the truth.
Well, I also think you brought up a good point, like 6 months ago. Like, you're not going to be able to have a resolution and have it done overnight or within like a couple days
Right.
or
And that's
within a week.
yeah, that's a great point because we are in this society that just wants everything now.
Yeah.
And I know like even with weight loss, I like don't have the patience to wait 3 months of eating and going to the gym and you don't see any results and it's so freaking frustrating.
Yeah.
Like I'll be like 48 days later, hey, I ate a salad for dinner. Or 48 hours later, why am I not skinny?
Right.
Like,
that is the society that we're in, is that we want instant and we want instant results, or we claim it doesn't work, and that this kind of stuff takes time.
It
So
takes a lot of time.
what are you going to your anti-resolution, like what are you've been reading all these self-help books for the past 6 months, like what are self-development and all of that?
Yeah.
So what is a goal? Maybe it's better if we change it to goals that you have for 2020.
And goals are a little bit easier, I guess, because you put like a time on them.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. Like, you can do your 30, 60, 90 days or like for the whole year, I guess. Yeah, I am starting a podcast, a solo podcast, just about life.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. So,
well, when is it coming out? Like,
it'll come out probably in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
I'm trying. See, I have a really bad habit of setting massive, unrealistic goals and like just pushing and pushing and pushing, and then it doesn't happen because I get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like just take it easy, like.
So take it in bite-sized chunks.
Yes, we could talk about resolutions. That's gonna be it.
That's gonna be it.
If we're gonna make some, it's just like not going so hard because I've noticed that when I go really hard, it doesn't actually work.
Okay, that's cool.
No
I mean, and that's some people, that's how they do it. They go hard and they go home. You've heard that saying all the time, go hard or go home. And for some people, it doesn't work that way. And I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, I usually, like, once I dive in, I get like obsessed.
Yeah.
And it doesn't always end up, because then once it's done or once I've met that goal, I'm like, all right, I finished that. Now bring on the next project kind of deal.
Yeah.
So I think that's great advice to for yourself and also for listeners to bite it off in little teeny chunks at a time.
Yeah, whatever, if you are a resolution maker, take it easy.
Well, and you'll have to let us know the name of it and all of that kind of stuff so we can share with our listeners to get.
Yeah, it's going to be called The Leslie O Show.
Oh, I love that. The
Leslie
O Show. That's cool.
Got a nice little ring to it because I've been thinking about this for months and I could not. I just said month instead of months.
Well,
all right, we got to work on it because there's a podcast coming out. But I just, it's like, I don't know, because there's so much out there for very specific things: marketing, weight loss, fitness, like, and I'm like, I don't have enough knowledge on one very specific thing to A, make a podcast about it, and B, like, other people do it way better. So I'm like, what can I do to get my message out there? And it's just life.
Yeah.
Like how we talk, only it won't be military spouse related. I guess specific.
Are you going to have guests on it?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess eventually, because all people probably get bored of me by myself.
You know, I mean, you never
don't
know.
know.
It all depends on, what your content is. So that's
Bite
really
size,
exciting.
taking it easy. So
Bite
yeah,
size.
I'm like, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna see what happens. I'm gonna put it out there because again, like I get so wrapped up in the details and like things have to
Mhm.
go very well, and then it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So gotta
Well,
let it go.
let it go. Let
Let
it
it
go.
go.
Did you see the new Frozen? It was
I love
awesome.
it.
I loved it so much better than the first one.
Yep.
It was
Mhm.
so amazing. So I mean, like, we're not getting endorsed by Disney.
Right. We should be. Frozen, call
But
me.
go see Frozen, even if you don't have kids. It was awesome.
It's a really and you don't have to see the first one really
No.
to watch the second one.
No,
Yeah, I
it's
really, really liked it. I was going in like, this is gonna suck.
I did
Second
too.
movies are always terrible. It was great.
I loved it. I loved every second. My favorite, just real quick, was the like 90s boy band music video that
Mhm.
I forget what
Stuff.
Christoph sang. Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was really
Awesome.
good. That was.
So
There's some smart people over there.
I know. A good old Disney and Pixar. Is that I don't think it's Pixar.
No, at DreamWorks maybe.
They weren't.
I
No,
don't
Disney.
know.
Who knows?
Disney.
Anyway, yeah, Disney.
Just leave it at that. Oh,
Definitely
Lord.
not DreamWorks. Disney will kill us.
Oh, you're right. You're right. They're not the same.
They're definitely not the same.
Wow.
Both
All right.
both good movies though. Both do good movies.
Well, here's something that we're
Anyway,
not going to do here is review movies.
right.
We don't know enough about that.
No, we definitely don't. So, and we are no Siskel and Ebert, that's for sure.
No. Anyway, but yeah, so we should get back on topic.
Yeah.
Anti-resolution. But yeah, I think I just think that it's silly. I don't know. I feel like you shouldn't have to wait for the new year. If you want to do something, just do it right then.
Yeah.
Make the change, like do it now.
You can do it anytime.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be like on a Monday. You know how like I do this to myself where I'm like,
No.
okay, Monday I'm starting this. Well, okay, why can't I start it on like a Wednesday?
Yeah.
What is it about Monday that feels so, maybe just because it's the start of the week, technically? I don't know.
Yeah, and I think that is like a self-sabotaging situation.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
like I have done that. When I did the 75 hard program when I was
Mhm.
working out and dieting, and that was pretty strict. I was actually traveling that like across the country, and I was listening to him, and so I'm talking to my mom about it, which first off, she's like, that is ridiculous. You're never gonna be able to do that. And I was like, all right, Mom, thank you for the support. Wow. And then she's like, all right, well, we're going to need to get home. And then we get home, you probably want to be there for a couple of days and kind of relax and all that stuff. And then you should start, on Monday. And I was like, nope, that is the entire point of this. We are starting right now.
Today. Yeah.
So it was great. And I felt way better than waiting.
Okay, well then start today. If you are going to do something, start today.
Thinking about it, yeah.
Because you may delay. I've done that too where I'm like, okay, on Monday I'm going to start doing the treadmill again. And then, but I still have like 4 days in between.
Yeah.
It's like
and then
Wednesday
you
or
think
Thursday.
about it, and then you're like, I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah.
Or you wake up on Monday and forget it's like that situation. And then all of a sudden it's Wednesday. And you're like, dang, I should have started that diet, but I didn't.
Yeah.
So, but it's the middle of the week, so I'm just going to do it on Monday. And then you're waiting again.
So the goal is just to do it now.
Just start now.
So your goal for 2020 is to do bite-sized pieces of
Easy.
things.
Just take it easy.
One at a time.
Yeah.
And mine is going to be, and this is going to sound really weird because, we're military spouses and change is something that is constantly part of our lives. But when it comes to certain things, I'm not, I don't do well with change. And I'm going to just give a quick example. The company that I have worked for it would be 14 years this month, merged with another company. And so there has been the one constant in my life throughout my military spouse career,
right,
or military spouse experience has been my job. That is my
Yeah.
one constant that I've had, because we move every 2 years. I'm preaching to the choir because everybody knows what I'm talking about. But that was my one thing that remained the same. And now my one thing that has remained the same is something completely different.
Oof.
And my world is a little shaken up a bit, so which is fine. It's keeping things interesting, but
Yeah.
I'm having to understand that change is good, even though I'm used to change and I like change and other things. This is really, for some reason, throwing me through a loop. So, so my goal for 2020 is to accept change, be a little bit more open, or a lot more open to change. And one more is to be a little bit more risky doing things, because I've played it safe in
Okay.
a lot of things, with my career especially. So
Right. Those go like hand in hand.
yeah.
Almost.
So
I like that.
So that's going to be my goal for
I
2020.
feel like that's literally the opposite of mine. Mine is like, take it back.
Take it back.
Take
And
it
mine's
back.
like, go for it.
Do it.
Well,
yeah,
that's
but
okay. Because maybe we can give each other tips on what to do.
Yeah, right?
So,
No kidding. I like that.
yeah, well,
Cool.
thanks. And I
Yeah.
want to hear from our listeners too what your goals for 2020 are.
Yeah.
Anti-resolution. Let's change it to goals.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to hear what they are. So you can send us an email, hello@millspousecoffeehouse.com. Let's do like a hashtag or something. Should we do
Ooh.
hashtag anti-resolution?
It's probably already there.
Okay.
I don't
Let's
know. I'm gonna look at
do-
Instagram right
Okay,
this
you
second.
look and see what hashtag we can use.
Hashtag
But I want to
milk.
know what everybody's goals are for 2020. And maybe it's just MilSpouse goals. Maybe that's what
That's easy. Let's do that.
maybe we do
Milspouse
that one. And
goals.
so we want to know what your goals are for 2020 and how we can support each other. Like maybe we can help each other out with some of these if you need advice.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that a lot. There are fewer than 100 posts with
Okay.
hashtag milspouse goals, so we can take it.
So let's do it, guys. Hashtag MilSpouse goals. If you use Instagram, Twitter, does Facebook do hashtags anymore?
But it's kind of
Not
like
really.
they're not super searchable
Okay,
like they
so
are on
whatever.
Twitter or Instagram.
You guys know how to do all that stuff. So hashtag MilSpouse goals, and we'll keep track of everybody's goals and see how everyone's doing.
I like it.
Cool.
Let's do that. We should do it's kind of like accountability.
It is like accountability. And if you
Need
trip up,
accountability in
it's
my
okay. And if you, I know, right? We'll just be there to help each other out. And
No, I think that'll be great.
awesome.
Yes. And if y'all need help with anything, we can advise you.
Yes. We may point you in the right direction.
Yeah,
We may
we'll point you to people who know what they're
to
doing.
the people who know what they're talking about.
Yes.
That's
I don't know. I feel like I know some things, okay? I know some things.
yeah. I do too, but I don't want to disappoint anybody if they come to me with like a very specific question.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people like on my MilSpouse resource page ask me very specific things, and I'm like, oh gosh, I don't even know where to point you.
Yeah.
Like I have no clue. So I always just try to connect them with somebody that I think could help them out. So
that's good.
Yeah, that's all you can do, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. That's all you can do.
Well, we only have a couple minutes left on this episode. And before we go, I do want to mention our sponsor. Virtual virtual assistant internship. And the web address is 90dayva.com. And Esther over there does a fantastic job training y'all to become virtual assistants. I actually have a couple of friends who just enrolled. I believe they enrolled in like November.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know that they've actually gotten started because it's kind of a self-propelled course.
Right.
But the Facebook group that Esther has, from what I understand, just a huge wealth of knowledge. Like there's all kinds of information and job postings and all of this, and it's a fantastic community that's open to not only military spouses, it's really open to anybody. So check out 90dayva.com. They are our season 3 sponsor, and just a really fantastic company. So
yeah, no kidding, you guys. It's talk about getting jobs that you can do from home.
Yeah.
that's where it's at, because they're like real jobs. Real jobs.
Right. And it's not like call center stuff or like,
Yeah.
it's real jobs that are like
Mhm.
full time. So
Right. Yeah. People scale once they go through that course. You can scale to full time very quickly. I've seen it. So do it.
yes, do it.
Get on the email list. Also.
Hashtag MilSpouse goals. We want to see
Yes.
them. And if you have any topic ideas or questions or anything, as always, shoot us a message at hello@milspousecoffeehouse.com or on Instagram or Facebook. And
Get in our DMs.
get in our DMs.
I'm just trying to be hip, okay?
I think I'm past the point of being hip.
Oh, listen. I know. I walk around and I'm like, all of these people, especially because 90s clothes are coming back,
I know.
and everyone is like young and in 90s clothes.
You're like,
And
did
it
I
just-
go back in a time machine? What's going on here?
It just makes me feel really old. Especially when they're wearing like Friends shirt, like the show Friends.
Oh,
Like,
right.
you probably didn't even watch that. You have to watch it on Netflix because you were not around when it was on TV.
Yeah.
You had to watch it at 7 p.m. on that day, or you weren't watching it at all.
Yeah, I know.
It's fine.
Getting old is fun.
It's cool. I'm great. Everything's great.
It's great. Nothing's on fire, so we're good.
Great.
All right, guys.
All right.
Well,
so,
we hope you have a fantastic day. I know that I think we are actually a week late releasing this episode, so sorry about that. But
yeah, everybody was busy.
holidays.
Yeah.
Holidays.
So I don't know if anybody was listening to us over the holidays. You should be spending time with your family.
That's true. Yeah, absolutely. All right, y'all. Thank you again. We love our listeners, and we're so pleased that we get to come back every 2 weeks. So thank you, and we'll
Thank
see you in a
you.
couple weeks.
Bye now.
Bye.